Hey, this is your girl Dimples again, aka Sheiks, aka Vicky, aka whatever you want to call your girl. I know I haven't been with you in a while, but I have a topic of conversation for you. And while I'm on that topic of conversation, I thought I would pull out my hair. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I got sister locks. Yay! No more combing my hair. Unless I want to, because I'm still going to come to you guys with my wigs and all of that. And speaking of wigs, I just looked over to the corner of my room and I seen this blue hair that I just recently created. If you guys want to see a clip of that or a video of me doing a project like that, please make sure to comment below and let me know, because I do have a lot of projects that I've been doing during this whole quarantine. Unfortunately, my camera is crap, my phone is crap, so I haven't been really recording. But I have a few events coming up in June and July, quarantine approved, of course, that I would like to share with you guys. So I thought, why not come and first just have a little talk with you. So my topic for today is support, okay? And while I'm talking to you, I'm going to be pulling out my hair because I plait them like this whenever I oil it or spray the root or whatever the case may be. So so my topic of conversation today is support in different forms. So support when it comes to family, support when it comes to your significant other, which is considered your family, support when it comes to your BBFs or your BFFs or whatever you want to call them, which there was a live on Instagram, Nikki Hype, for those of you who follow her on Instagram. If not, go over there to her channel right now and follow her. She has some really good topics during the quarantine time. One of my favorites, Major Hype, yes, but right now he's mostly doing like clashes and stuff because that's what's really gone in with most of these comedians and DJs and stuff. But the whole topic of conversation here is support. So I'm going to give my opinion of support because, again, I don't really have anybody else's opinion of support, but I'm going to give my opinion of support. And don't mind my nails. You guys know the quarantine right now, so we can't really, be going and doing our nails. But the nail shops have started to open back up, so your girl will be getting herself together just now. But yeah, back to what I was saying. To me, support. I feel like support varies depending on who you're talking about, okay? And that's why I named those things like significant other, family, whatever. Because for me, let me just start from the bottom. I'm going to start with friends, just regular friends. As a regular friend, which I don't have friends, so I probably shouldn't even touch on this topic. But when I did have friends, or when I was a friend to people, I was like one of those people where I'm not a phone person. Sorry, everything's dropping off my dresser. Like, it's crazy. But, okay. I wasn't really a phone person, but yeah, I'm not really a friend person like I was saying. Sorry about that. But I feel like as a friend, I'm a person where if I'm available for you, I'll try to do my best to help. And I feel like support, being a friend, means like listening to when like your friend needs something to say or has something that like is relevant, and they really are concerned about something. You can listen. Chiming in is a thing where I'm not sure how people support people when it comes to chiming in, because I know I'm very verbal, right? Very expressive about my feelings towards things. So because I'm that kind of person, if you're really my friend and you come to me with something where I feel you need advice, I will give you my advice, but I will not tell you to use what I'm telling you to determine your own decision. Meaning, and I'll give you an example, one that most of us know, like when your girlfriend comes to you and has a man problem, whatever, like I'll personally first express my thing, how I would deal with it. You understand? But then I will also let them know my views on how I feel people should take my opinion. So if you come to me with your man stress, I'll first tell you how I would deal with that. But then I would tell you, based off of the way you are, maybe you shouldn't handle it the way I am. And then you could take my opinion, okay, or my advice into consideration and use it the way you find fit. Support for friend means just being there. Honesty is always the best policy, whether the relationship is like a friendship or a family member, or like I said, your spouse, significant other. Because the thing with honesty is sometimes it hurts, but at least the person can never turn around back and create a problem over that honesty because you were honest. So they could hate you for it, like you for it, be angry with you, but at the end of the day, honesty is always the best policy, I feel, especially when it comes to friendships. You know, depending on your relationship, sometimes like people have to tell a little, like small, little tiny fibs, because again, we didn't start our relationship out on honesty, and people are very sensitive if their feelings get hurt, right? So, and when I say that, I don't mean lie. I mean, like, for example, like in my past situations, like I've had to be sensitive when I've said stuff. So like if, for example, you know, you have like a stinky foot or something, I might say like, you know, like, oh, you know, maybe like let me wash your foot for you, or let me give you a pedicure, or you know what I mean, like subliminal things, like, you know, like, lad, you've been on your foot long time, you know, like your foot a sweat, like try to say things not so like, lad, your foot stink, although really what you want to say is, you know. But okay, so that's with friends. And my advice with family, my advice is to support family is just to accept them for who they are. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to family, it's a very sensitive topic for me. I don't know if you guys watch my videos in the past, but I have a really unbalanced relationship with my family. And I love them to death. Like I would do anything for them. But in the past, I felt like the support was not even, or it wasn't leveled. And when I say this, it's because I say that in a way to say that I'm a person who I kind of sometimes put others in front of myself, especially when it comes to family members or people who are close to me. So a lot of the times, like when I'm put in a situation where I need people support, family members, friends like that, I always feel like it's supposed to be the same way. Like, especially if it's something small, like, oh, if you have to go do laundry and I'm here saying I need to go to the hospital, like bring me to the hospital, leave the laundry. Like some people are like, but it's my laundry, I have to go buy it back. Yeah, I get it. But you know, like to me, when it comes to family, like I'll jump and leave anything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to tell you guys a story. Pause about support. I'm going to tell you about me. I remember when I was 16 years old, okay? And I'm not going to tell you guys how long ago that was, because I do look pretty young. But that was a while ago. I had a best friend, and I still love her to death. But of course, you know, in life, people grow apart. Who knows? She might be on my live one day. Like me and her might be here chilling because I love her that deeply. But, you know, life happened. We moved our separate ways. But she kind of matured quicker than I did. So she had a relationship and she had a child and things happened. And the support that I am supportive, like I literally one night got a call from her and she was like crying and, you know, hysterical and whatever. And I was supposed to be watching my little sister and my niece at my house. And at the time we had this weird door, like where like it kind of locked. when you walked out, it just locked. Like you didn't have to lock it from the outside. So I went, ran out to go rescue my friend who had my goddaughter at the time, and whatever the case may be. And when I came back, I was locked out of my house. And my niece and my sister were sleeping. So I was like frantic. I was at the front door, and trust me, like I did get the punishment of a lifetime, okay? And I never regretted it. You know what I mean? Like I felt bad, like, okay, I left my sister and my niece in the house, you know what I mean? Like I felt bad, they were sleeping. It was probably not the best decision at the time, but when I hear fire, I run. Like when I hear these things from people who I care about, I am like that quick, you know what I mean? Like I sometimes I don't think before I leap. So, those are the kind of things that I will do. Like I will exaggerate, you know what I mean, the need for help because I feel like I need to be there for somebody, which I think that a lot of the times when I cry for help, it's downplayed because people want to put their situations or their positions in front of helping you or being there to support you. You know what I mean? So I personally, like I said, like everybody to each their own, but I just personally know that it's crazy. Like there's so much different ways people consider them to be a support factor, right? But it's not really like that, like support is something that like everybody does differently. So I'm going to touch on one more point. We've touched on family, we've touched on friends, and I'm going to touch on spouses in a minute. Okay, people? Yeah. So even though I took a long break off of the whole family topic, family, I feel like family just needs to accept each other for who they are. And you just have to know that when you become grown, you're not a baby sister anymore. You're not a middle child anymore. You're a grown adult with a mother, a sister, like auntie, uncles, whatever. So if you have a very supportive family, then like kudos to you, because like there's a lot of families out there who are not supportive at all. I can't say that about my family because even though, like I said, we have our rocky relationship, when it comes down to it, and when I say when it comes down to it, like I might not feel like they run to my rescue or run to me whenever I need it or whenever like it's necessary, but I feel that they feel, in their hearts that they do what they can do supportively. And I feel like when they feel like the fire is burning and blazing, they run. You know what I mean? It might not be at the same level as what I consider, but emergency, but they run, because I've been in some situations I never expected my eldest sister to be there, and like she was there, you know what I mean? So there's times when I feel like she should be there, or there's times when I feel like she should respond a certain way, and like, it triggers me. But now that I'm maturing and understanding myself and understanding my own mental health and my own physical like capabilities, I now know that I can't judge everybody's support based off of mine. Okay, so I just want to end the family topic on that one, but then we're going to go to support of your spouse. If you watch my videos, again, you will know that my viewpoints on spouse are obviously going to be a little bit blurred right now because I am recently single again. But the thing is, I have to take a break on this one. I can't even pull out my hair while I'm talking about this one because this one is a touchy subject. And please, people, if you watch this video, I'm going to share this video on Instagram, Facebook. Like, I don't even know what other social medias I have, but I'm going to share this one. I need you guys to comment and subscribe and literally get back to me on this one. Support of the spouse. What do you guys think? Support of your significant other. OMG, people, I'm sorry again. I told you, like, my phone is malfunctioning and stuff, but, yo, I have not made any big investments, but trust me, I'm going to invest in a camera because I like making videos for you guys. It's not even about me anymore. Like, I started this for like self-growth, self-love, self-motivation, and trust me, it's still about that. But like, I feel motivated just making videos for you guys. So yeah, back to the spouse. Like, as you guys see, I'm stuck on that. I don't even know, because I've been in relationships where I can say that's my significant other, that's my partner, and they've been hella overly supportive to the point where like it was probably sickening. Like, you know, it's so fake and not real and whatever the case may be. And when I say that, I mean they were like so clingy to me, like they just want to do everything, be everything, all of that. And, you know, it's not until recently after my separation that I realized that that is what I actually wanted, you know, but because I wasn't ready for it at the time, I went out looking for something else. And when I thought I had found the balance of that, it really wasn't the balance of that. You know what I mean? And I'm not here to knock my spouse or put him down or say anything negative about my ex-spouse or whatever the case may be, because I've been in a lot of horrible relationships. Could have something to do with myself, you know, because that's a part of self-awareness too, addressing your own mistakes in the relationship. But my biggest thing is, again, the whole support. Like, when I have a partner, again, just the person I am, it doesn't matter, friend, family. I told you a story about my best friend when I ran out of the house, whatever. I just want to be your confidant, like your shoulder to cry on, like your back to brook, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, you know what I mean? And I just feel like if it's an equal partnership, everything should be equal, you know? So sometimes things can't be equal, like finances can't be equal, because in my situation, I had 2 kids back to back, and I wasn't set inside of a job where I could say come off and have my child and go back and, you know, take sick leave and do all those things. So I was put in a situation where I was dependent on my spouse for a good 2-3 years to be the main support in the family. Obviously, we're in here in Canada, so we get our little child benefit and thing. Lucky for that, because, you know what I mean? But yeah, like, it's just a thing where I feel like support comes in different ways, you know, like my spouse, you know, like, and let me know if you guys want to see a video on that too, like other people's views, because I don't have a problem with putting my sister's views on here, my mother's views on here, my ex-man's views on here. Like, let me know what you guys want to see, because I'm like, you know, I don't care. Like, I'll put my things out there. So basically, like, I feel like he felt like he was supportive, just like I was saying about my family or whatever the case may be. I felt like he was supportive in his way, because maybe the things that he did in the relationship while he was with me, he probably never did it when he was in relationship with other people. You know what I mean? Like, fully be the full support factor. Or, for example, I went back to school. So there was times where he had to do things that maybe he wasn't used to doing in his past relationships, where, yes, he's had children. He has outside children. So I'm sure he's been put in those same predicaments, but he never had to do those things. Or the women that he was with were in better circumstances or better situations when it came to support. So he didn't have to be that much of a support to them. So he felt like with me that those things that he was doing was a support. But here's where there's the contradiction. Like, it depends on the person, because me now, like I said, I was with people in the past where those things, those kind of certain kind of supports were just there. You know what I mean? I didn't have children for them. You know what I mean? I wasn't married to them. There wasn't no like real bond there, but they were still supporting me in so much different ways that I felt like him feeling like he was being a support for those things weren't really a support, but it really was. So you hear where I'm saying that sometimes in a relationship, you have to analyze yourself and not only the person, because I was sitting there saying, oh, I don't feel like I'm supported because the things that he's doing to support me, he's complaining about because he's not used to doing those things. And I'm used to getting those things without even having to appreciate it because it just came naturally, right? So when you don't appreciate a person for the little things that they consider support, then they don't do that anymore. So was he supportive? Yes. Could he have been more supportive? Yes. Could I have been more what would you say? More thankful, you know, like, I don't want to say, like, yeah, more appreciative, you know, like grateful. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because in life, like, as we know it, and like I said, when you become an adult, you're an adult. Yeah. You're not a baby sister. You're not a mommy's girl. You're not a, like, you know, you're a grown adult. So in the end of the day, that's my husband, but I'm still a grown adult. That's my mom, but I'm still a grown adult. You know what I mean? Like, and it's a thing where, like I said, it takes growth and it takes a lot, because even the other day, like, I heard something and, like, I had to take a day. Like, I had to take a day. I had to say, yo, like, take a day and just analyze and whatever. And, you know, like, I had a lot of different opinions and a lot of different kind of supports. Like, I had one support, which was like, like, you know, and to handle it like that, which that's not me, but I took your advice, you know what I mean? And I took it the way I took it. And I had somebody else telling me, do your thing, you know what I mean? You cry, you do this, you do that, do your thing, you know, you have to do what you have to do to make yourself feel better. And, you know, that person is more like me, so they give me that kind of support. And then I have that other support is like, oh, you were gonna forget about that, like, you know what I mean? Like, do you know who you are? Do you see how you're pretty? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I have those different supports now, which, again, maybe I would have never seen them as supports before, because all I was looking for was somebody to be there to cry with me, or somebody to there to feel sad with me. But maybe the person standing out on the outside doesn't feel like you need to be crying, or you doesn't feel like you need to be sad or depressed or whatever. So they want you to handle it the way they do. So they're giving you their advice. I took all three viewpoints, and a day later, I was great. You know what I mean? But the most important opinion was my own. Okay? I'm looking at this camera and I'm like, yo, my face is coming back. Like, again, if you didn't check out my face video with my face breaking out, check out my videos, people. Like, I know I don't post all the time, but, like, your girl's sharing her life with you, people. My self-growth. Like, come on. Like, come on. Anyways, I think I've been on this long enough. I'm going to take out my last 2 plaits in my hair. And yeah, I just started my hair. Like, you know, I've been going through the trying to grow my natural hair process and stuff, and my hair sides disappearing and stuff. So my youngest sister, who also has sister locks, decided to do my hair for me, which I really appreciate you, sis. Love you. So, yeah, when I am coming back to wash my hair for the first time and to groom it, I will definitely bring you guys along the journey. I know I probably say these things a lot in my videos and I forget, but that's because you guys ain't letting me know. You guys ain't linking me. You guys not like keeping your girl on point. Okay? But this is your girl Dimples. I was here. Now I'm not. Peace, love, and tranquility, self-growth, self-love, self-motivation, and, like, just keep your head up during this COVID-19 thing, people. Love you.